And we're live. Welcome, everybody, to this week's installment of Dock Tales, a Fisherman's Story. Tonight, we have with us Kenneth K.P. Powell of Takedown, Catfishing. How you doing tonight, Kenneth?
Hey, how's everybody doing? How you doing, Tom? Miss
Yeah,
Jodi?
doing great.
Hi.
Good,
Appreciate you
good.
coming in.
Yeah, proud to be here. Thank you very much for asking. I appreciate this honor.
Oh, you're very welcome. How are you doing, Jodi?
Wonderful.
There you
Nothing.
go. I heard you had a little thing going on this afternoon.
I had a giveaway.
Yeah?
It
Why
went
don't you
pretty
tell
good.
us about that?
I hit 1,000 subscribers, and today maybe 1 year on YouTube.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome. Congratulations.
appreciate it.
Way to go, Jodi.
Thank you.
Congratulations, girl.
And how'd your giveaway go?
It went really good. Mark was late. He was under severe thunderstorm warning.
Oh,
Tornado,
okay.
maybe. Might have been
Tor-
tornadoes. I ain't sure.
Huh,
Yeah, I think it
okay.
had tornado warnings too.
But by the time he got there, it took me that long to read through chat. So
Yeah.
it was actually late.
But that's great. So now you're on to what, 5,000?
I ain't even thinking about nothing like that. I'm
Yeah.
just happy with what I got.
Well, we'll come back to that later. When we talk about, we'll go over tomorrow night's lineup for your Flathead challenge later on in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take a minute and read off some of the people in chat for us?
Give me just a second.
All right.
Everybody's shouting me out. How y'all doing? All
Yeah.
my peeps is in I see a lot of them at night on the boards now.
Yep.
Good to see y'all in here. Thanks for supporting.
We got Fishing for Whiskers, Amy Evans, Catfishing with Cause, my CFF Mike's Fishing Home, Matt from Wannabe Outdoors, Wabash Nate, Laura the Explorer, she's docking Docktails,
Yeah.
Catfish Fever and Outdoors, Quiet Man Rhonda. No, Quiet Man. They did say it didn't say Eric after it. It just says Quiet Man. Sorry, Rhonda. Tim Melina. It's on mine, Michelle. PB Catfishing with Paul Boyd. We got Mike Irvin, Chris Everett. It's all mine,
Bug
Michelle.
Williams. Bug Williams, you a trip, boy.
Mm-hmm.
So before
We
you
got,
go any further, Jodi, you want to explain that, what Buck has to say, Kenneth?
Yeah, we was on a live somewhere one night. I don't think it was on the Boys Nest. It might have been. I can't remember the exact live now, but I knew it was a live. And Melissa, Hogleg's wife, she called me Spanky. She looked like Spanky from a Little Rascals and was laughing,
mm-hmm.
teasing me. And ever since then, it kind of stuck. They call me Spanky. Now she calls me Spanks for short. So that's how that originated.
Write that down. Let's remember that next time you're here fishing. Spanky.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, like I said, I answer anything as long as you feed me.
Yeah.
We got the Dobson's Explicit Channel. Ricky from Solo Texan Adventures. Skull Rush is in here. Travis Young. Wabash Nate. I think I already said him once, but that's okay. Art from the One Ton Fishing Club, Mr. 92 Pounder.
Right, my brother.
Yeah.
Did you say Josh?
I ain't
Yeah,
seen him yet. Got
yeah, he's in
Stonefly
there.
71. Hog Leg.
Glay says he's here spying on you.
Yeah, man. I'll try to represent you good, brother. It's in the fine print on my contract, I know.
Mm.
We got a Mrs. Whisker Dreams. Hattie.
Hello, hello.
And then we got. You didn't see Buck Williams right there. I'm just now making it down to him.
Did you get Matt want to be outdoors?
Yeah, I got him earlier.
Okay.
Marilla.
Cool,
how do you say that? Marillo or Marilla? Family Fishing.
Marillo. That's what
He
I
said he's here for you, KP.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. It means a lot. I appreciate
Mhm.
everybody being in here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's Willie. Welcome. What's up?
What's that?
Skull Rush, he's up in here too.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I don't
There's
know if I
Uncle Lou.
checked fishing for whiskers yet
Uncle
or not.
Lou, what you said, buddy?
Uncle Lou, yeah.
Hello to all of y'all. Good to see you up in here.
So, I think we were pretty much made it to the bottom. There's Freddie. I don't know if you called up Freddie. I didn't hear it.
No.
You got Don R. No, my hair's wet where I brushed it because it was wild earlier.
Buddy Don R, man. I wish I could get over and fish with him. He wants me to fish with him so bad. It's a shame he lives on the other side of the country.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. You got Don R. and Ricky Solo Texan Adventures, Stephen Corley, Mississippi Life, Muddy River Catfishing. Hi, Chris Flores. How are you?
Oh,
Welcome,
hey,
Chris.
Chris, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I see Carl's up in here too. How you doing, Carl?
Freddy's Outdoor Adventures. Tim Molina said I did my hair for Kenneth.
That's Jamie for Carolina Real Screamers in here too.
Outdoors with Big Man.
Lynn.
Road Warrior 1318. Big Slim 91. Nah, Muddy River Stone the Sharks.
Uh-oh.
Fish up a squirrel.
Get out the
Sharks
water.
are my favorite.
There's sharks in the water. Get out the water.
Yeah. I think we need a bigger boat.
Yeah, gonna need a bigger boat. That was the best line of the whole movie, man.
Yep.
Avid Fisherman.
Fishing with the squirrel.
Yeah.
Miss Laura.
Thank you, Road Warrior. Appreciate that, buddy.
Miss Laura has a question. I'd like to know where Kenneth's heavy accent comes from.
Where my heavy accent comes from? Well, the only thing I can tell you about that is just a little thing we got here in South Central Virginia. Pretty much everybody around here has got the same kind of. I might be a little bit more twang than some, though, but it's just a thing we got. I mean, I drove truck for many years, and everywhere I went, people asked me, was I from Louisiana? Did I come off the bayou and all this stuff? No. They said, with your accent, that's what it sounds like. I said, no, I'm out of South Central Virginia, born and raised. I've been here all my life. It just, something just stuck with me, I guess. We just plain old farm, dirt country folks around here, and I think that's just kind of stuck with me, you know. That's the best I can explain it to you. I don't really know how else I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
your daughter sounds just like you.
Yes, it's like I said, it's a little thing. It's I don't know, probably 2 or 3 county area here.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed a little bit difference in the way people talk, and then the other part of the state. But hey, I'm proud of it because it kind of sets me aside. You know, I always like to be set aside. Anyway, I don't like to be in the crowd, so it's a good thing.
So, Jodi, if you see there, Duggar's throwing up roses for you.
Hey, Mr. Duggar.
Yeah,
how you doing tonight?
I know who them roses is for. They ain't for me, that's for sure.
I hope he's not throwing you roses.
No, me either. I'm just messing with old Bubs. I love to meet him, fish with him sometimes too. But like me and him will talk every time we talk about getting together and fishing. We're probably gonna need some bail money if we get together because we a whole lot alike.
Hey, I want to give a shout out. Lisa Elliott's in the house. Welcome, Lisa.
How you doing, Lisa?
I don't know if you mentioned Avid. I've seen Avid's name a couple of times now. Welcome, Avid.
Hey, yeah.
CVA.
Yep.
Cool Cats Fishing. Says good to everyone.
See Bobcat up in the house. How you doing,
Bobcat? I just saw that one. Yep.
Yeah.
Stonefly.
Yeah, we got 49 people watching, Kenneth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
All right, so you want to get going here with the show?
Yeah. Let's do it.
If we've missed anybody, we're sorry. Hopefully, we'll see you. We'll see you later in the chat, and we'll try to catch you. If you have any questions for Kenneth, please try to put them with the red question marks or the exclamation points or something so that they stand out. I'm doing the show from my phone, so I can only see 3 little texts at a time. So
Yeah,
if
it's
you
hard
can
to
make it
read them.
stand out, it's easier for me to find them.
Yeah. Hey, Buck, I
Before
see
you
you
get
coming.
started,
Okay.
Josh has thrown him some flowers, and then Lisa's got a comment about them. You won't never go back and find it if you don't do it now.
Hey, Becca's in the house. Welcome, Becca. There you go.
There you go.
Kenneth is one of the kindest souls I've ever had the pleasure to meet.
Mm.
Oh, wow. Thank
Get
you.
the tissues ready.
I'm serious. Y'all, look, people, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Y'all get me
Mhm.
all emotional now.
Yep.
Thank you for that. I appreciate
Everybody
it.
loves you, Kenneth.
Yep.
Yeah, I love everybody, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love
And
everybody. That's why I'm here. That's why
a
I'm
couple
here.
comments above that, you've got some flowers thrown to you from somebody.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. Uncle Josh
Yeah.
is throwing flowers to
That's my brother, the 1-ton boys.
you.
I probably fish with them more than anybody else in this community or family, we call it. We like to call it in the boys' nest of family.
Yep.
And, I love them boys.
Hold that thought. We'll talk about the boar's nest a little later in the show.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I think that's all. Oh, Haz is in the show. She said, "What's
Well,
up, Kenneth?"
how
Hey,
you doing,
Haz.
buddy? Thanks for coming in here and check my old mug out, bro. Thank you. Means a lot.
All right, so let's get started. Kenneth, tell us what's your youngest earliest memories of fishing. Who got you interested in fishing? Is there any one particular person? A bunch of your friends?
Um, well, to start with, I think the earliest experience I had was with my dad. He worked a public job where he worked like 8 to 4, and he was able to come home at that time later on. He worked 12, 14-hour days. But when I was 7 years old, I started fishing. And he was one of the first ones to ever carry me fishing. Of course, I grew up on my grandfather's farm. It was a 238-acre farm.
Wow.
We had a state watershed on the backside with some of his property run through the edge of it. And then we had a little, we called it irrigating pond. We used to irrigate the tobacco and stuff with. And we fished in that. It wasn't about like a half-acre pond, but it's like 26 feet deep at the dam.
Oh, wow.
And that's probably the two main waters I fished most of my childhood. You didn't have to go nowhere. I'd go right there to the pig pen, take a grubbing hoe, dig a can full of worms, and we'd go hit the pond. And
And
you'd
what'd
go
you
to the
catch in the? What
pool.
was in the pond?
Oh man, we crappie, bass. You could go there bird at any time, catch you 6 or 8, 10 in the afternoon, just a couple of hours. Bass weigh 3 to 5, 6 pounds.
Wow.
And you could had big slab crappies in it, big brim,
Mm-hmm.
bluegill. Some people call them bluegill. And yeah, it was some catfish in it. I caught a few catfish. We stocked the catfish out of the state reservoir into the farm pond, little farm
Uh-huh.
pond. We transferred some of them in there, and there was a few of those in there. As a matter of fact, about I think it's about 8 or 10 years ago now, one of my friends' neighbors come over there fishing, and he caught one of the catfish out of that, and it weighed like what was it? He said it was 28 pounds or something
Wow.
out of the farm pond. So I don't
Huh.
know if it should be something that bigger than that because we put some in there when I was just a small kid. So
Mm-hmm.
it's full
Now,
of bullies now.
did you fish for food, or were you just fishing? Letting them go, or?
A little bit of both, but I mean, most of the
Mhm.
time I'd go there. And I was the type, old farm boy, grew up on a farm where I set rabbit traps, I'd hunt, I'd fish. I stayed in the woods all the time, man. And
Mm-hmm.
I explore creeks and catch crawdads and fish with them. I sing my own minnows, dig my own
Mm-hmm.
worms. I never bought any bait when I was a kid. I always caught all my bait. And
Yeah, we used to dig up worms, catch grasshoppers at the edge of the ponds,
oh
and
yeah,
where we
anything like
fished.
that.
And
Crickets. We'd have sheds out there. We had stuff on like old lumber and stuff. We turn it
uh-huh.
over, crickets and stuff. Man, we catch them joggers, put them in a jar, anything we could find to put on a hook, you know, we'd find
Yeah.
it. And that's pretty much where I never bought no bait when I was young. Never did.
Right.
It's silly. I'm buying it now. I don't really have to. I just do it because it's quicker.
Yeah.
More convenient for me since I got the grunt to move now.
Yeah. Brian B says, "Hey everyone, driving and listening. What's up, KP the man?"
What's up, champ? The Iron Cat champion right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Way to go, brother. Congratulations on that. But
I don't know, Jodi.
I also used to set out a lot of, I call them limb lines. Some people call them trot lines, but a trot line to me is multiple hooks on the line across a pond or river system or whatever you put in. I just set limb lines. I'd find little saplings around the pond. I had several creeks with big holes in it. I'd set hooks in. I'd catch snapping turtles. And a neighbor lived about 10, 12 miles from me, Mr. Aubrey Puckett. He would buy them from me because he told me, because he knew I stayed in the woods all the time and I fished all the time. And he told me, he said, "Do you ever catch any snapping turtles?" I said, "Yeah, I catch them." And on occasion, he said, "Well, look, I want you to start bringing them to me. I'm gonna buy them from you." He said, "I'll give you a little money." I said, "Sure, I'll be glad to." Man, I went and got me made me up some more lines, and everything of water around there. It's 2 state watersheds, 3 or 4 ponds around, several creeks and a river. I had all of them full of limb lines. Man, I was catching some snapper turtle. Of course, I caught a lot of water moccasins and everything else to go with it. But
oh, that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, you catch one of them jokers about 4 or 5 foot long. Yeah, that big around. I'll tell you what, man, they are mean too. Them things are mean. They're not scared of anything.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get rid of them. You know, I asked him whether they want to buy them. He said, "No, I ain't need no snake." He said, "Well, you bring me all them turtles." But the old big ones, I get like $10 or $12 a piece for. And they had to be a real big one, like fit in a number 3 wash to it. And then the smaller ones, I get $4, $5, $6. So, I mean, for a kid, 7, 8, 10 years old, that's pretty good money. And I was carrying, my grandpa would carry me over there twice a week. I store them things up, put them in a barrel or something, and then we get them all together and carry them over a couple times a week. And plus, I help other farmers around now pull the backer, get up hay. Back then, it was square balers. You didn't have these big round balers, so you had to do everything by hand manually. Then you had to pack it in the stable too, or wherever you kept it.
Yeah.
So I would get jobs doing that. Plus, I had 8 or 10 yards I'd cut. Man, I was doing pretty good bankroll out when I was a teenager, 12, 13 years old. I had a pretty good little bankroll coming in, but I was using it to fish. Saved up, bought me a dirt bike where I could get around more.
Right.
No, they buy me a regular bike. I bought me one of them bikes with that long banana seat on it. It was a 3-speed bike.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You know, that's how I started getting my transportation, you know, and it funded me to get fishing stuff or whatever I wanted to get with it. So.
Yeah, I had a friend, an acquaintance, I guess you'd say, when I was a kid, and he had caught a turtle in the pond by my house, and the Chinese restaurant up near us would buy these from the kids that would catch them. Well, this kid caught one, and he put it on the floor in the back seat of his car, and the thing crawled under the seat to the front of the car and bit him in the ankle.
Yeah, man, them things great day. Them things will clamp down on you too, but they won't let go either. Like talking about, man.
I don't remember if it was a snapping turtle, but I remember him telling me the story. He says I slammed down the brakes and I jumped out of the car, jumping up and down, trying to get it off my foot.
Yeah, they can jump. They get mean, especially them old big ones. Them old big ones get mean. They'll hiss at you, and their neck will stretch out from a shell 6, 8, 10 inches from a shell. So you have to be careful because he'll lunge at you.
Yep.
You know, and I had one almost get me one time. The biggest one I ever remember catching with a big old number 3 wash tub. And we put him in there, and the shell was bumping the edges all the way around. When he stick his neck out, he'd have to take his feet and pry himself up to slide his neck out, you know. And he was hissing at me. He was mad because he didn't want to be on that hook no way. But anyway, I put him in that tub. I bumped in the house, and we was messing with him. I had a hilling hoe like we worked at garden with and the tobacco and stuff with. I took it, flipped it around, and I was poking at him a little bit, messing with him. That joker lunged and bit that, and it was loose. I mean, you almost bit it all the way in too. Yeah. And I said, I wouldn't want that joker chomping down on me, man. I think that was a $15 turtle when I sold.
Wow.
I was grinning like a mule eating browse when I sold that joker.
So I don't know if we mentioned Team Snag and Whiskers in the house. Welcome. And Susquehanna Stan said, "What's up? The man, the myth, the legend, KP."
Yeah, I heard that. I think that Mr. Hogleg created that for me when he made me a thumbnail. He put it on there. That's where that comes from. Yeah.
So we got Pork Chop in the house.
Night, baby. Just saying good night to my daughter. Sleep well, baby. That's my life right there. My daughter. I thank the world of her. We've been through a whole lot together. We besties.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, how are you?
Jodi.
Good, how are you?
Jodi in there too.
Doing great.
Jodi.
I'm
Jodi-
here.
Okay.
Don't
Jodi's
mind
having
me.
issues.
I'll fix and come back on. Just soon as I
You
fix
got
my.
her fired up, Jodi, when you carried on that pontoon down there. I don't want to get ahead of everything, but she's
Yeah.
been fired up ever since it.
But why don't you, since Caitlin's there, why don't we talk about that now? We were going to talk about that later in the show, but tell us about the fun you guys had out at the gathering.
Well, give me a second. I'm trying to find my way back to the screen.
Okay.
I got this new phone. And
Miss Amy Catfish Rookie.
Let's
Kate
see.
really thought a lot of her. She got to meet her, and she come down and help us cook that chili in that typhoon we was in. And we had
Oh, yeah.
We was laughing and joking up under that canopy. And her son Tristan and his pretty little girlfriend, I can't never remember her name, and I'm sorry for that. They was the one that held the canopy down. If it hadn't been for them, we'd been soaking wet because they held the canopy down. They ripped the stakes up out the ground. He was holding. He said, "Man," he said, "I'm holding it." I said, "Hold up, buddy, because you let her go. We all soaking wet." But we was laughing and joking. We had a good time down there. But that was a rough storm.
Wow. Well, welcome back to the show, Jodi.
Yep, that's my new name. Did you hear that big noise?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I have a guess, but
Yeah. Hey, Caitlin,
So-
how you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, she told me, she said, we was at the meeting. I think it was Sunday morning. She said, "Dad," I said, "What?" She said, "I haven't met anybody here that I didn't like." She said, "All these people are amazing." I said, "Why you think I'm in this family?" I said, "That's
Yeah.
why I'm in it." I realized that too. She said, "Everybody's awesome." I said, "Yeah, they are." And I think she's got piqued a little interest. She probably be popping in and out with me. She probably gonna be doing some videos and lives with me sometime.
Excellent.
So,
Well, why don't we ask her? What was it like catching your PB fishing with your dad and Jodi?
It was awesome. I never fished like that before. Normally we didn't have a whole bunch of rods out at one time. We might have had one or two.
Uh-huh.
But to see all the rods just start going down and stuff, it was crazy.
yeah,
Wow.
we had crazy action off in front of that boat. We had like 3 hooked up at one time.
Mhm.
And lines all crossed up, and we was
Yeah.
having a good time, man.
And how big was your fish?
It was 27,
1.8.
1.8.
Yeah, 27,
Wow.
1.8 ounces. That's a PB.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
So have you reserved a tent for next year already?
Yeah, we're going next year for sure.
Yeah.
we might do a camper next year though, Tom, if we can swing that.
Okay. Yeah.
The primitive. That's been a long time since I've done the primitive, which I used to do a lot of that when I was younger, but it's not as easy as it used to be.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I might.
It gets harder getting up off that ground.
Yeah, I might opt to try to run a camp or something
Okay.
spot this year. So
Tina says, "Tell us about how Kenneth got out of the bed in the morning, Kate." Well, the first morning I had to help him up out of it, but
who was it?
the second, Tim, I can't see.
Oh,
this.
Tim Molina.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first morning I said, Boo, you gonna have to help me work this car because that car swagged, and it wasn't about 12, 14 inches off the ground. I said, ain't no way all this coming up over this on his own. Somebody gonna have to help me. She laughed. She grabbed my hand, she pulled me, we get me very halfway up, I flopped back in. We did that 3 or 4 times. I said, yeah, I told her, I said, go over and get Hog Leg, because he's right beside us, her brother and all them, they were over there, and we was right beside him. So she went and got Hog Leg, brought him back over there, and he said, you ready to get out? I said, yeah, man, give me a hand. Man, shoot, he snatched me right on up. So
Wow.
the next morning, I made my mind up. I said, you know what? I'm coming out this joker one way or another. And I kind of turned sideways and put my belly down in the cot and grabbed the frame with each hand and worked myself up. And the thing probably with a tent and an air mattress is nothing solid to grab a hold to, right?
Right.
So once I got up and then I come up off the cot, I was wobbling around, falling all over against the side of the tent. And Caitlin, she grabbed me and kind of helped get me steady because my balance is a little whack right now. But we finally worked it out, and I got out the tent. I said, man, that was an experience. But we worked it out. It was all fun, man. I enjoyed it. Just you had to be careful,
Yeah, I think if I ever had a tent, it would be called the Holiday Inn. That's what I call my tent.
I thought about that too, and I said, well, I hate driving in and out, and you get a whole lot better experience when you're right there with them. So we decided to do that, and actually we stayed on Jodi's lot. So we come down there, and when we got there that Saturday, well, that was Friday, wasn't it? Friday night about 8 o'clock when we got there. We was late getting started. Had to stop 3 or 4 times across there. 400 miles, doing that takes a while. So we got there around 8 o'clock Friday evening. There was a thunderstorm going on. I mean, it was raining too. And I told her, I said, look, if this keeps up very long, I said, I'm not going to try to set this stuff up at night. We're going to go over and get a motel room. We'll come again tomorrow and set up.
Right.
But it didn't last much longer. And we set everything up. Well, Hog Leg and Melissa helped us set it up and helped set up the canopy, and my daughter.
Yeah.
And, everybody jumped in and helped me because, I got some disabilities with my foot and my balance and stuff. And I didn't have to ask a soul, man. I mean, people just volunteered. Just like Sunday morning, Tristan, Lee and Amy's son come down and his girlfriend come down and help us dip up what chili was left in the pot, take a canopy down and stuff. And I mean, just volunteer to do it. I mean, that's the kind of people we got in this family, man. The people just see somebody needs help, and it reaffirmed everything that I thought the way it was with people before I went to the meet, after I went to the meet. It confirmed everything I thought about people. People are all really genuine in this family.
And, not knowing what you're going into and being a little sheepish, and then meeting folks that actually make you feel very welcome is rare nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that for sure.
But I mean, everybody, man. I got to meet Big Mike. He come down there. He give me some bait, and I got to meet Daryl Trophy Seekers. I met Catfish Viking, and what's his big Skip. Got to meet him.
Yep.
And got to meet Dominique and Tanya.
Yeah.
They all stayed right down on the lot where we was at. We was
Excellent.
all camped right together, man. We had a big time, man. We had a good time.
That's great.
Yeah, it was awesome. Plus, that Saturday night, Daryl come around talking to all of the bank fishermen and stuff. There was primitive camping. We talked with him. He sat down and talked with us. Well, he stood up, but we talked for a right good while down there. And he's a good guy. I told him one day, me and him will have to get together and fish because he's my kind of people. That's what he told me. He said, man, you my kind of people. I said, you mine too, brother. I said, we're going to have to fish together, son. He said, one thing about it, he said, we're going to have us a good time. I said, yeah, because we was laughing and joking, sitting down on hog legs a lot with him and Melissa and her brother. Got to meet him. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah.
So I just enjoyed it all, man. And there was an awesome meet and greet they put together. The food was good. They had plenty of giveaways. I got a frog in my throat. I'm sorry, people, for hacking. I'll get it cleared out in a minute. But
keep Melissa in y'all's thoughts and prayers. She's going through some illness.
Yeah, Hogleg was saying in Jodi's giveaway that he was sitting in the parking lot at the hospital and he
Oh,
really didn't know what was wrong with her, but she's been in a lot of pain. She didn't come on the show last night in March because she's in so much pain. So don't know
oh, geez.
exactly what's going on with her, but we need to keep her in our prayers and thoughts. And
Absolutely. Thoughts and prayers.
yeah,
Hog Lake, please pass those on for us.
yeah. And I'm hoping they found out something today. I know they're probably running tests and stuff, see what was
Yeah.
going on. I've been thinking about her, ever since Hog Leg told me about it, I
Yep,
think
she's an
just as
awesome
much,
lady.
Hog Leg's like a little brother to me. And
Yeah.
I got a lot of brothers in this family though. 1 ton, them boys.
Yep.
I
Yep.
love all the 1 ton boys, but especially Josh and Art. They we kind of fish together a lot. And
Yeah.
Mr. Tom, I've been under your dock 3 or 4 times. You're awesome. Michelle is awesome. I mean,
Yeah, we enjoy having you here. We have a blast.
oh man, we do. I enjoy it every time I come down. I look forward to it. And I got to meet Mike Chavez last summer and Mama. They come down visiting and fished on the dock and stuff. And we fished there on Curry Lake, and they're awesome people too, you know. And
Now, since you brought up the dock, you had an interesting experience. I think it was the first night you came to the dock. Do you remember what that was?
oh, is that when we had the disco lights going?
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Jodi's the reason for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold Miss Jodi solely responsible for that because we was out there fishing, right? And she said, "I bet y'all can't catch 4 fish in an hour." And Art, he was running the stream, commenting and stuff. Stream said, "Oh yeah, she did. This is just a challenge." She said, "Y'all want to do this thing?" Yeah, I said, "Sure, why not?" Tom was like, "Okay," and we said, "Well," and they said, we ain't hardly ever caught 4 fish in an hour. I mean, but we'll try. Why not? We'll give it a shot. So, and we did. We caught 3, and I think we had hung the 4th one, but we didn't get it in or something. So we fell a little short. So, and she said if we lost the bet that we'd all have to do a dock walk.
Yeah.
And work our groove thing down the dock. So that's what we had to do, man. All of us did it, and it was amazing, man. We laughed. I had tears flowing down my face like I was crying, dripping off my chin. I was laughing so hard. That was an awesome night. I'll never forget that long as I live. And that dog walk was like icing on the cake, man. And Josh, he had compacts with the flashing lights on it, red, purple, and orange flash. Looked just like a disco, man. It really added
Well,
to the
I gotta say, for those that have probably seen it, but you were the big inspiration for me in that, Kenneth, and that I didn't really want to do it, and when I saw you get out there with your walker and you did it was so funny, it was great to watch. I said, well, I don't have any excuse. If Kenneth can go out there and do that and do what he did, I don't have any excuse for me to go out there and
yeah, I come in, I was using my cane when I come down there, and when all this went down, and Art looked at me, he said, we got to do this, and started laughing the way Art do,
Yeah.
And I looked at him and laughed. I said, yeah, buddy, me too. I said, you know what? I'm going back to the truck and get my walker. He laughed at me. He said, what? You going to go there with the walker? I said, yeah, because I said, if I go there with my cane, the way my balance is, y'all going to be pulling me to drink. And I said, I can't do that, man. I don't want to get wet. He laughed. So I went back and got my walker. That's why I used the walker, because I had more support. And he flipped out. He was laughing. He said, I can't believe he's going to do it with the walker. He was just laughing. And
that was hysterical. That was great.
You had to be in the moment, man. We laughed. It was a good time. Awesome. Yeah, but I'll never forget it. Thank you, Miss Jodi, for that.
Yeah.
That was a good experience.
It was a great time. I wasn't even there.
Yeah, and we got it documented too. But you were responsible for it, though.
I was just in chat.
I think we were the second bet that she won.
Yeah.
So I think she won the bet with Lee first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't know about that at the time, so I was suckered into it.
I'm gonna tell you, Tom did a good job, man. I love when he did the Hulk Hogan. He did the Hulk Hogan. That blew me away, man. When we did, we'd like to lost it right there, man.
Yeah, that was fun times.
Yeah.
I see Catfish and Crappies in the house. Welcome, Mark.
Hey,
Hey,
Mark,
Mark.
how you doing, buddy? That's
Catfish
an
Fever
awesome
and
guy right
Outdoors.
there. He's an awesome guy. He comes in the boys' nest right regular at night, and
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to him a little bit. I'd really like to get to know him better, but he seems like an awesome guy. And one of these days, I'm gonna make me a little trot out across Illinois and stuff. I'm gonna meet some of them guys and fish with them too. That's what my
Yeah.
bucket list plans are, anyway.
Fish the Mississippi.
Well, it was nice talking to y'all. Y'all have a good night. Night, Tom. Night, Miss Jodi. And y'all have a good evening. I'll see you in the morning.
All right, baby.
Good night.
Keep well.
Great talking to you again.
I'll
See you,
have you
Kate.
some coffee in the morning. All right, love you, sugar. Yeah, that's my best friend right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Hey,
been through a
Lynn's
lot
in the
together.
house, and he says, Kenneth, sing some Barry White.
Who is that?
Lynn, Catfish Fever and Outdoors.
Lynn, why you got to do all that, man? I might do that on the boys' nest tonight, cause Hogleg, he's got my music, man. He's got my music too. That sets the tone, you know. I just can't do it without no music. Get a little bump behind me. So,
I don't know if we've seen Catfish and Dreams. Brandon in the house. Welcome.
hey, Brandon, how you doing, buddy? I'll try to do that tonight. I put Barry in retirement for a while because I was kind of embarrassed to do it, but everybody seems to like me doing it, and I ain't really don't sound like no Barry White, but that's just what we call it. So.
Oh, you let us be the judge of that. I haven't heard you do it, so I'll have to. I'll be sure to tune in for that.
Well, I'm
Oh,
sorry not to do it up in here, but like I said, I need my bump. You know, Hogleg, he's got the music, and he get that bump going, and it helps me get in the mood. You know.
Yeah, Mr. Gadget's in the house. Welcome.
Hey, Mr. Gadget, how you doing, buddy? Danny Stone, how you doing, brother?
Welcome, Danny. Half Century. Chrissy Brown.
And I want to shout out Mr. Matt with Wannabe. I got to meet him. I didn't get to talk to him a lot, but I got to meet him. The first 1-versus-1 that Aaron had, where
Mm-hmm.
Becca was was hosting it, and
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Josh was helping co-host it. We all got together down at Fifth Street in Clarksville fishing, and Matt had come down, spent some time, and I got to meet him. That was awesome too. I just wish that we could have had more time to like hang out. But I didn't want to get involved with the live stream and mess that up or nothing, because you know I'm
Mm-hmm.
like a bull in a china shop. If I went there, I'd probably tow everything down. So. But we did holler and meet each other,
Yeah.
and he's coming back again, and I'm gonna make a point of it next time. And we're gonna do a little cooking or something. Get to
Excellent.
know each other better. Everything always works better over food, man. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark wants to know: does Kenneth like calf fries?
Yes, Lord. Yeah, Mark, you know I do. You laugh at me every time we talk about it. Hey, but it's true, bro. It was a staple in my house when I come up. And for people that really don't know what that is a bull's mountain oysters. Okay. They're like,
Oh,
hey, but it's good. Don't knock it till you try it. I'm gonna tell you now.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, that's what everybody tells me, man. I thought
Yeah.
the same thing too, but I tried my first one once when I was about 9 or 10 years old.
Uh-huh.
Been hooked on them ever since.
Mm.
Anything at the farm, well, we castrate. I'm just gonna say it might not be pretty, and I don't mean to get too graphic, but anything on the farm we did that with, we saved them. I mean, we eat everything. Everything we
Mm.
eat on the farm, we grew and raised ourselves. I mean, that's all
Yeah.
we know. That was our way of life. And
Mm.
we didn't buy no groceries. We'd buy flour and sugar. But when I was real young, we'd take our own wheat up to the grist mill in Brookneal, Virginia. That was still going. We
Mm-hmm.
ground, turn wheat into flour, ground it up. So we go up and we trade our wheat in and get flour and bring it back home. And
Yeah.
after the grist mill closed down, I was probably 12, 14 years old when it went out of business. We started buying flour in the store, but the only thing we really bought in the store was sugar. Everything else we grew on the farm. My grandma, my mama, and my aunt, they all get together on the weekends and can stuff out the garden. And my grandma, her whole den at one side of the wall, my grandpa made like a cupboard where you put canned stuff in with swinging doors. and it was behind the wood stove against that wall. And we'd fill that whole cupboard up during the summer at the garden, and we'd eat it through the winter.
Huh.
So, yeah, everything. We kill a steer every year. We kill several. I think remember the most I remember killing of hogs at the wintertime was 14. We killed
Wow.
one winter. But my grandpa, he would grind them up mostly in whole hog sausage and sell them.
Uh-huh.
Most of it people would call and place the orders. We'd have it sold before we ever slaughtered the hog. And the rest we take and cut it up and put it in a salt box, salt it down.
Yeah.
Let it lay for about 6 to 8 weeks and take salt. Then we put it in the smokehouse and put a little hickory smoke on it. We set it off the pole. Hams, shoulders, bacon, side meat, all that kind of stuff. So we always had little things like that going on to make some money. And we had the most I remember milking when I was young was 5 or 6 milk calves. We milked them twice a day, every day by hand. And we were selling homemade buttermilk, sweet milk. And people was always in and out our driveway. We lived in a long driveway, probably about a mile long from the mailbox to the house. And you'd always see people had a hill about halfway. You see people come over the hill, and you'd have your stuff ready for them when you get there. Of course, they visit a little bit, but people come all week long by buttermilk, and sweet milk from us. And eggs, I think we had the most I remember having was like 50-some chickens and like 3 roosters. And the local grocery store, Andrew's Supermarket, which is about 12 or 14 miles from us, every egg he sold out that grocery store come off our farm. So that's how we made our money on the farm,
And where was the farm?
It was here in Central Virginia, Keysville.
Okay.
Yeah. And my grandpa, I don't really remember this, but he run a dance hall. He run it for years. He had the Clark family and Jim and Jesse and all of them. If any of you follow that type of music, they're pretty popular. He'd have them. That's where they got their start at, playing in his dance hall. Every Saturday night, he'd run a dance. He called figures and square dancing and stuff. That's that type of music. And they closed that. Well, he sold it to the Clark family, I think, and they run it for a few years after that, then closed it down. But that used to be a staple for everybody to go to on Saturday night. I mean, I've been all up down the East Coast in the truck and mentioned Crab Orchard Dance. They look at what? Crab Orchard Dance in Keysville? I said, yeah, man, I used to go there all the time. And it's amazing that the people that met and got married from that dance, my mom and dad did. That's how they met. So, that's pretty amazing. What all comes from that. So,
well, Stan has a comment for you.
Okay.
Stan says, if I'm still up, maybe I will duet Barry White with Kenneth later. Let's get it on.
All right, buddy. That's right. We can do it.
Let's get it on. Wasn't that Marvin Gaye?
Yeah, that's Marvin Gaye. Let's get it on. That's right.
And just for Stan, a duet is a fancy way of saying 2 people singing.
That's right. 2 people singing 2 songs at 2 a.m.
That's great.
Yes, man, we can do that, brother. That's another man right there that I think he's an inspiration to me. And you are too, Stan. I want you to know that. I've told you that before, brother, but it's a fact because I know I'm not trying to talk about you, but I know you have some issues as well as I. And, I really didn't have much desire to get out and do this because of my physical ability. But I see Stan, he pushes, man. And he's lost a lot of weight and he's getting himself in shape. And I admire that man for that. I'm gonna try to follow in your footsteps, brother. Get myself in better shape, health-wise. But you make that push and you're always out there, you doing that deal, man. And they give me inspiration to do it. I say, you know what? If my brother Stan can do it, I can do it. But
when I saw Stan at CatCon and for the first time in a while, and Stan's been down. We've fished together, and I've gone up there and fished with him, and I just couldn't believe how great he looked and how mobile he had become. and
Yeah,
it was
he's really
great to
been
see him
working
getting
on it.
around.
That's something I'm getting ready to get into now. I mean, like 6, 8 months ago, I couldn't even get out of bed on my own. I had help getting up out of the bed. I mean, so I'm starting to get around a little bit now. I still got
Mhm.
balance issues, but I know that'll get better
Yeah.
because I tackled that before and got it better and went back to
Mhm.
work. But he's always been an inspiration to me, man. And he's the reason I get out because Stan, you know, brother, it ain't just like you grab your stuff and walk out to the bank or wherever and do it. It's a struggle, brother. It's a process. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's a whole lot of work to get out there and get it done, get set up. And he gave me that inspiration to start doing it. And I'm gonna try to get back into doing my rehab and stuff, get myself better, brother. Me and you, we're gonna fish together on the James River one day. I'm coming to see you. The last time the one ton come up there, I was gonna try to hook up with them boys and come up there, but I had some stuff come up and I couldn't make it, and I hated that. But we're gonna
Mhm.
make it happen one day. Me and you and Stan Three and Dan and all of us, we're gonna get together and fish, brother. And
Well,
we're gonna
Stan
talk
says,
about.
you know, I'm very sensitive and thin-skinned. I'm shy and quiet too.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah, I
what
ain't
you
believing that one for a minute.
quiet, but I know you. You're very sensitive as well as I know you are, brother. You get emotional quickly because you know what you've been through. I know what you've been through. And we both know the effort we have to put out to do this, you know.
Hmm.
And yeah, yeah, I get emotional quickly. I used to not do that, but I find that the older I get, the more emotional I get. So if I live to be another 10, 15 years old, I just probably be a blithering mess, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I've learned as the older I get, the more I learn to appreciate things. And
Yeah.
the best things in life are free, people. You ain't got to
Oh yeah.
collect and have all this mess. All the stuff here on earth don't matter none no way, you know. But I found that the best things in life are free. God already give it to us. All we gotta do is enjoy it. Number
Right.
one thing I like is getting out on the riverbank in the morning when the sun's coming up over the trees. Listen
Hmm.
to them geese come out.
Yeah.
Watch a beaver swim by, or otters
Hmm.
playing. Hey man, that's free stuff right there. You can't buy that nowhere. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I've learned
So
to
we have
appreciate
Turtle
that
Lady
every
in the
day.
house. Welcome.
The turtle lady, she's an awesome lady. I've been thinking about her too. I think we got Susquehanna on the men now. He had
Yeah.
good report from her doctors, and that's good, brother. I'm glad you hit him back up. And
Yeah.
she's getting ready to have surgery here before long. She's got to go June the 1st for a new doctor and see when a surgery date will be. We need to keep both of them in our prayers because neither one of them's working right now. So I know it's real
Yeah.
hard on. They're both
Yep.
on the men, so we need to keep him in our prayers. And one day we're gonna all get together. It's time we're coming in here after she heals up, and we all meet up maybe at Ochenichi Park or somewhere and have like a little miniature meet and greet with One Ton and Mr. LG Baz, Michelle, and all. We do a little fishing and cooking out
Hmm.
there, and get to know each other. Which it sounds awesome to me. I'm ready to make it happen whenever you get
Absolutely.
yourself together, but. We don't know all what all's involved with her and how long it's going to take her to heal. She's having some
Right.
baggage issues, but we'll keep her in our prayers.
Yep.
She's an
Absolutely.
awesome lady. I've talked to her a few times as well as Susquehanna. They good people.
Hmm.
And one day I'm going up there and fish at Susquehanna River with you guys because I went by that thing a million times in that truck. I used to run up and down the Susquehanna on up in Pennsylvania delivering stuff.
Hmm.
Man, I follow that river. I watch that river, man, all the way up. It's got to be some fish in that thing, man. I want to
Yeah.
fish that place so bad. But one day we're gonna make that happen too.
But Jody, did you want to,
Yeah.
since we're talking about it, tell everybody who's going to be our guest next week?
Susquehanna Stan and Turtle Lady.
All right.
There you
All
go.
right. They awesome people. Y'all gonna get a real treat. They good people.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, no doubt. But,
Let's see.
he,
James Elbaugh's in the house.
I'm not going to alliterate on it a lot. Well, Miss Turtle Lady's in a lot of pain right now, people, because we're back. But whenever I talk to her, she send me a text or see a comment on live. She's always happy mood.
Mhm.
She's an amazing lady. The pain she's in, she still can smile and laugh and enjoy life. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, turtle lady. I think Angelina's the first name, if you don't mind me shouting that out.
Yep.
That rooster you got, you need to make chicken salad at that rascal. I'm gonna tell you right now.
He's a
That
mean one, isn't he?
yeah, he's mean. That thing is mean. One of them fellas on his head. I told her what I'd do is I'd kill that joker and mount his head in the kitchen. Every morning I go in there to cook some eggs. I flick him fellas. Say, yeah, peck me now, you rascal. I'd make chicken salad at that rascal in a heartbeat. But she loves him as like one of her kids. But that
Yeah.
thing is mean. No doubt.
The Whiskers and Stripes is in the house. Dominic is in
Hey,
the
Stripes.
house.
Hey, Dominique. He's an awesome cat. Y'all get a
Yeah.
chance to meet Dominique and Tanya. They good
Yep.
people, man. We laughed and rolled down at the Tennessee meet and greet. That thing, he just crazy. We was laughing and joking. He was always popping jokes. We had a beautiful time down on the bank fishing. Good people. Good people.
Yep. Yeah, I got to meet them at CatCon. Really nice people.
Yeah, they are. They're amazing.
And hopefully I'm going to try to do I really tried to do the gathering this year and I just couldn't work it out. But after watching them, especially while I was watching all the lives from there, I really was so sad I didn't make it. So I think that'll be the emphasis to make sure I get there next year.
Yeah,
But I
try
probably
to go.
still ain't sleeping in a tent. So
Yeah, well, I don't know if I will anymore. And I may have to reserve back to that, but I'm gonna have a little bit different situations where I get it up and down, but it's something to hold on to.
yeah.
Hey, Johnny Small Pepper, how you doing, brother?
I had a question come through in Messenger. Let me find it.
Okay.
It's from Curtis, and he says, "Can you ask Kenneth when he was a big rig driver what his favorite route was and why?"
My favorite rig that I drove?
Your route.
Oh, the favorite route I drove. I used to run Chicago, Illinois out of Richmond, Virginia on a regular basis. And I loved running across 64 and going up through West Virginia Turnpike and all, up through Charleston, out that way, and going upside the river on up and up there. That's a right good haul. That's a right good run. But I used to do that. And I love that run. I used to like running the last 6, 8 years I run. I stayed in Philadelphia a lot. Run northern part, Connecticut and stuff some. On occasion, I think I went 2 or 3 different times, but we really didn't have no set freight. But every once in a while they'd pick up an extra load and say, hey, I come in to the terminal in Wires Cave, Virginia, about 81 near Stanton, Virginia. And he said, hey, I got one guy to be in Connecticut in the morning. Said, looks like you the man if you want it. I said, hey, Bo, lay it on me. I said, I get it that quick as I can. So I run up there a few times. It's pretty nice up there. But coming back down to New York City, I didn't care much for that, man.
Yeah.
That was nasty. But, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And I spent a lot of days around D.C. and Baltimore. I'm sorry, that's just what I call it, Baltimore. But, in traffic, man, especially holidays, would normally take you from D.C. to Richmond, what, like 2 hours at the most, sometimes 6, 7 hours getting down there, man. That's how slow the traffic was. But that's just part of trucking. But I most of the time like to run out Ohio, like I said, Chicago, or in that area. You know, I like running out that way.
So how many years did you drive?
All together, counting everything, hauling freight. I started hauling logs and stuff. I had my own logging business with a friend of mine for about 6 or 7 years. I was a driver for that, and counting all of that driving together was about 35 years. But I had, let's see, 7, 18, and 6, probably about 25, 28 years of that was over the road on the eastern seaboard and the mid-Atlantic region of this country. And I stay gone all week, come home on weekends. But the people I work for, they call you getting home on Saturday evening, right before dark, and leaving on Sunday morning. Well, Sunday afternoon around 1 o'clock. They call that a weekend. I said, man, that ain't even one day. Now, you was out on Saturday, you come in on Saturday, leaving on Sunday. That's 2 days. You had a weekend. it wasn't much of a life. You had to live it. It was a way of life. It wasn't really a job. And a lot of people don't realize the sacrifice and stuff that a driver has to go through, you know.
Hmm.
And you sacrifice your family is what sacrifices more. And
Yeah.
that's probably the biggest regret I have about
Hmm.
going with a truck. I did what I had to do, provide for my family. But I think that's one reason that me and my wife drifted apart and I wound up losing her. That's probably one of the biggest regrets that I ever have. But I was trying to provide. I was a sole provider. I took care of this household.
Yeah.
She worked. She stayed home with my daughter because I told her, I said, I want you to raise my daughter. I don't want a babysitter to raise her, plop her down in front of a video game or TV and watch Bonnie
Hmm.
all day. She can
Yeah.
watch it here, but you can teach her and explain things to her.
Yeah.
You know, and I said, as long as I can handle it, I'm gonna handle it. So I did what I had to do to provide,
Hmm.
you know. And I got no regrets on that. But it's with anything in life, you have good and bad with it, And I was
Yeah.
married to that woman we were together 24 and a half years. I was married to her for just a little over 20.
Wow.
And to this day, we've been separated 14 years, divorced for 6.5 years. And then she passed away a little over a year ago. I was close to
Oh,
two
very
years.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, to this day, I still love her. But
Yeah.
it just didn't work out. We grew apart, and I'm talking about this too. I won't say nothing else about this subject, but you got any of you guys out there driving a truck and you got a wife at home, that it's hard on that woman too. You out there on the road, you running the road, you got something occupying your mind. She's sitting at home with nothing but a TV,
Yeah.
and wondering how you are and what's going on with you. It takes, excuse my French, a hell of a woman to be a truck driver's wife.
Hmm.
And I found that out a little bit late. But if any of you guys got wives, y'all appreciate it. Y'all hug her because she's going through a whole lot more than you are down the road, and work to try to keep that
Yep.
together. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I just want y'all to know
Well,
that.
I have a question here for you from Mark, Catfishing Crappie. Breaker,
Okay.
breaker, good buddy. What was Kenneth's CB handle?
Well, they call me Push Rod to start with. My name was
What?
Push rod?
Push Rod. It's it's a part of the valve that you got in your motor. It's a rod that
Hmm.
runs down into your head, and the
Mhm.
push
Hmm.
rod makes a valve open and close. When the cam shaft rolls over, it's got little notches on it. When it
Yeah.
rolls
Right.
over, it pushes that rod up. It makes it fire. That's what makes the motor run. And
Mhm.
then several years into that, we got the trucking. We used to be 6 or 8 of us run down the road every night from Richmond, Virginia, down to right near the racetrack in Charlotte, North Carolina. We was hauling for Philip Morris tobacco.
Hmm.
And be 6 or 8 of us have a convoy every night going down. We meet up about 10, 11 o'clock at night, run to Richmond, get a load, come back, stop at a little truck stop over here and eat breakfast. Then we take off, be down in Charlotte. They open up around 7. We'd be down around 6, 6:30 and line up on the scales, get ready to weigh in and go to the warehouses to unload. And they we got to running together every night and talking, and they got to calling me Undertaker. I said, man, you look just like the Undertaker on wrestling. So all you need is that big hat. He said, you already got the eye because my eyes stay black because I don't sleep much, you know.
Right.
And he said, you look just like that Undertaker. You get you one of them big hats. So we're gonna rename you Undertaker. So that stuff. So the last 15, 18 years I drove, my handle was the Undertaker.
Hmm. Well, that's
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
was my handle. But one old boy, the company I was driving with, they called me Push Rod. He was called Camshaft. We was over there talking to each other one day coming up the road. We was coming up 360 going back to Richmond, and we was going. It actually runs east, what it says on the sign, but it's actually north. But anyway,
Hmm.
somebody on the other side said, "Man, y'all sound like y'all putting a motor together over there, push rod and camshaft and all that." Yeah, I guess it do, man. But I got a kick out of that night. That was funny.
Well, Ricky Whisker Dreams said he hauled Coors beer out of Richmond to Miami.
Yeah, I've hauled a pile of cores, brother, out of Williamsburg, Virginia, and they got a new. Eden used to have a lot of it too in Eden, North Carolina. But they
Hmm.
shut that down. That was a Miller brewery, and they shut that down, and they put a new brewery up near kind of near Harrisonburg, Virginia. Kind of trying to think of it. Not Peaks of Otter, but it's something else up as a resort. They put it right near that, and I hauled beer out of there for years. Most of that was all kind of mellow products, but
Mhm.
most of that went all up in the northeast, and I hauled a few loads out in Ohio and stuff. But yeah, Bill was one of my main things I hauled. I hauled for Philip Morris tobacco. I'd haul everything it takes to make the cigarettes, but we never hauled a cigarette.
Huh.
The filter, the paper material where you put the tobacco in it, the tobacco, the vanilla, the flavor, and everything they put in the tobacco to make the cigarette. But I never hauled the finished product because you had to have so much more insurance, and it was so much risk hauling that.
Hmm.
And Epps Transport out of Greensboro, North Carolina, is the ones who hauled the finished product. But they was all time having truck stole, trailer stole. You had to have at least $1.5 million worth of dollars worth of insurance to even pull cigarettes. And the man I was working with, he didn't try to get that type of insurance, but we hauled everything else.
Hmm.
It was involved in cigarettes. But yeah, I used to haul a lot of Red Bull for all you energy drink guys out there. I know 712, huh? Yeah, you probably gonna call me, man. You got any tabs where I get some because he love energy drink. Yeah, I used to haul for Red Bull on a regular basis at one time.
Yeah,
But all
Aaron's
kinds of stuff, man.
into them too.
Yeah, people always ever say, "Man, what you haul?" When they talk to me, "What you haul?" And I tell them, I said, I don't try to be short or blunt, but I say anything I can get through that trailer door, which I did. I hauled all kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
even hauled food products, canned food and stuff, and pasta.
Hmm.
And I've hauled a lot of that stuff to all food warehouse, like for Food Line or Kroger and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I've hauled a little bit about everything.
Hmm.
But that's why I said I know how the whole chain works because I've done it for many years. But if y'all don't appreciate a truck driver, y'all too, because it's nothing. I don't care what it is that you wear, that you eat, that you have in your home that hasn't been in a truck somewhere at one time or another.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
Well, they said trucks move the country. Yeah, they do.
Yep. Hey,
And
Bobcat says my handle was bootlegger.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that now. Nothing wrong with that. But you know, I got a lot of good friends that I truck with for years. A lot of them
Uh-huh.
dead now because trucking life is hard on a person. That's one reason I'm in shape I'm in now. But but
Yeah.
you get special bond with people where you spend 14, 16 hours a day with running up down the road, and you
Hmm.
break down the side of the road. You help each other out. You get to be more than friends. You get to be brothers. That's one
Right.
reason why I call everybody brother. I call a lot of people, all right, brother. You know,
Hmm.
the men. You know,
Right.
but
Right.
because we just got that slang and that term from doing that, and it just stuck with me. And if I know anybody and I like them, it don't take me long to talk to somebody. I kind of figure somebody out, and I call you brother in a heartbeat because once I know and realize what type of person you are, you know. But you got a few honky dories everywhere you go, but I choose not to worry about them. I let them roll off my back, and I keep on
Hmm.
going. You know.
Yeah. Well, Catfishing Crappy says my handle was Rhino Heavy Duty.
I
Got a lot of
heard
CB
that.
guys on here.
I hear you.
Guess what mine was?
What's that?
Crybaby.
Cry baby.
Wow.
I ain't never seen you cry. Well, not that much.
You probably shouldn't have said that, Jodi. You probably see that again.
Yeah, she
That was
may.
my CB handle, Crybaby.
It might be on a T-shirt one day. Who knows? That's cool.
Hey, so get back a little bit to what we were talking about. Uh, you used to play a musical instrument. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I played a couple of instruments. Like most people, when you're in elementary school, you have band
Hmm.
and you can play an instrument. I started out on the trombone. I played that about a year or two. Then I moved to the trumpet. And then when I got in junior high, my band teacher wanted me to play I call it the tuba, but I played it in the concert band, but in marching band, I call it a sousaphone. You know, the old big white thing you wear, you see them in marching
Yeah.
bands.
Yep.
where it plays bass part in the music.
hmm
Yeah, I played that in marching band, played the tuba in concert band. And
Hmm.
I started out fourth or fifth grade, and I played till I was a junior in high school.
Wow.
And the only reason I didn't play my senior year because I only won a half a day. I found a part-time job, and I couldn't keep all the criteria I had going, so I just took the basics I had to have to finish up and get my diploma.
Yeah.
And band wasn't one of them. So
Huh.
but I kind of regret sometimes not keeping with that and pursuing it. You know, I miss that
Yeah.
sometimes. But yeah, we
Well, Bob,
should go ahead.
I'm sorry. Bobcat said he played trombone.
Okay. Yeah, I played trombone for a while.
And
I always wanted to
Susquehanna
play
Stan. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
play the saxophone. I
Hmm.
always had a desire to play the saxophone, but I
Uh-huh.
never did. I love a blues saxophone, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But I just never pursued that. But yeah, I picked it up for
Susquehanna Stan said my CB handle was Farm Rod.
a while.
Oh my gosh.
I hear you, bud.
Grace
Well,
Family Fishing in the house. Mike Irvin in the house. Seeing a few new names. Alicia, I don't know if you came in earlier, but it's the first time I'm seeing you pop up. Welcome.
How you doing?
Freddie
Yeah.
says my dad drove for 35 years. His handle was Shotgun. I rode with him some, and they called me Double Aught.
I heard that. I hear you. Nothing wrong with that.
Turtle Lady played the clarinet.
Yeah, I missed it. I really enjoyed doing the concert stuff, and we'd always have 2 or 3 concerts for the school too. You know, a year.
hmm
And I never forget that's when Rocky first come out. Rocky was real big, right?
Yeah.
And we played Rocky, man. We rocked the whole school, man. We had them up over the chairs. They was getting down. We was jamming to that
Yeah.
too. I was playing trumpet then, so I was third chair, first part trumpet. And we rocked that, man. We rocked the whole house. That's one of my fondest memories of being in band.
Was that Gonna Fly Now from the first Rocky?
Oh, I don't. Oh yes. What's that one?
Yeah. Yep. That's Gonna Fly Now. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the actual name of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I could remember, man. That's many, many moons ago.
Yeah.
I've been had a whole lot of water trickle under the bridge since then.
Hey, Alicia says she played alto saxophone.
Oh yeah, alto. I love alto. Yeah. Hey there, Miss Alicia. How you doing, girl? I was hoping to meet her at Tennessee, but she didn't make it. Old gas jumped up on us, but maybe next year.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to meeting her.
Team Snag and Whiskers said I played tenor sax.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like that old bass sax, that old big sax too. That
hmm
thing is awesome too. But reason I like that because he's kind of played the bass part. Well, it was a girl that played it in our band,
hmm
and I played the tuba, the sousaphone. So we played the bass part. So we kind of sat together and played together a lot. You know, same parts.
Chrissy says one time at band camp.
Yeah, that's right. Stories from band camp. Yeah.
So I saw Yak Shores in the house.
Hey, Yak.
So let's talk a little bit about what do you do at night?
What I do at night?
Yeah.
Well, eat. No, I'm just kidding. I do eat a little bit. I'm co-host on the Boar's Nest with my brother Hogleg Catfishing and Miss Lissy, my sister from another mister.
hmm
And yeah, he asked me would I help him with the show and be a co-host. And he said, I'm gonna tell you, so I'm gonna do a early morning, late night show because nobody's filling that slot right now.
hmm
And he said, I don't want my show to interrupt with any of these regular people who's already got their shows established at prime time at night. He said, I want to do it in the wee morning hours. He said, would you mind coming in and kind of helping me out with it and co-hosting? I said, no, I don't mind. I said, I just hope I don't mess you up. He said, shoot, man. You know, he
hmm
said, shoot, man. You ain't gonna mess it up. He said, I appreciate you helping me out. So I told him I would, and I know there's been a couple times I let him down. But I try to get in there every night and help him out what I can. Basically, just try to make sure we catch everything in chat and the announcements that are made and stuff. And I really don't say a lot. I'm really kind of shy and don't say a lot. So, but I try to help him out some.
You're not shy.
A lot of times I can't shut my mouth up. Sometimes I
I
think I
know.
talk too much.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so fun tonight. You
Yeah,
never
but
know
when
what's going to roll out of that mouth.
when I get on a roll, I just can't shut up. And people, I don't
Mhm.
drink when I'm up there either. I'm just a natural thing. But you know,
You're
when
an entertainer. You're
I
a
was
hoot,
younger,
what you are.
huh?
You're a hoot. You're a good time.
Yeah, well, I try to. I'm gonna tell you, reverting back to my farm days when I was a kid coming up. We was a God-fearing family. We went to church every Sunday. We believe in God. We prayed at every meal. We asked God for He give us blessings, and He did. He done blessed me my whole entire life. And
Nice.
my grandma and my mama always promoted me. They said, "Look, son," said the Bible said there's faith, hope, and love. This was my grandma talking. This was her saying. She'd tell me, I don't know how many times she told me. She said, the Bible says faith, hope, and love, and the greatest of all is love. Said, wherever you go, whatever you do, you always promote love. And she said, kindness will whoop anything. If you be kind and humble, she said, I can be humble as a dog. She said, you be kind and humble and you show love, and people's gonna like you. You gonna be blessed in life. And that's the way they taught me to be, and that's why I try to do that. I don't like to talk trash about nobody. And, you know, even though I may not like some people, that don't mean that I still don't love them. I just love them in a little different way. But you know, I'm still there to help them and promote love to them. And that's just me. You know, that's just the way I was taught to be. You know, so and I'm not ashamed of my God either. I mean, I'm not, like I tell them sometimes in the boys' nest, I ain't gonna get up here and get to preaching, although I could. I guess I get carried away sometimes, and but I try to put it out there. See, everybody, you got free will. Everything's a free will. Life ain't nothing but choices of what you want to do. You want to get up
Right.
there this morning. You want to work this job. You want to drive this kind of ride. Whatever you do in life is a choice. Okay, whether you want to worship God or not, or be a Christian, that's a choice. You got a free will of that. God made it that way. But you got to remember one thing: that when the last breath leave your body and you go before the Maker, you're gonna be held accountable for your choices. And that's
Right.
what I always tell everybody, you know.
Yep.
So that's just the way I roll.
So what time, if people aren't familiar with the boys' nest, what time does that come on?
Comes on at 2 a.m. Starting Monday morning at 2 a.m. through Friday morning at 2 a.m. And I think originally my little brother set it up for the end at 5, but heck, we don't do that, man. We get on a roll. We have run to 12, 1 o'clock the next afternoon, man. Just depending on how it's going, what the flow is, how many people's in there. You know, it's just like Hogleg said when he said, man, I hate to shut this thing down when there's 30 or 40 people in here.
Right.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So I
Right.
don't say nothing, man. I'm there for him, and we'll roll long as he wants to roll. He said, well, I'm ready to. And some mornings, like yesterday, Martin said, look, man, around 7 o'clock, I'm going to have to step back because I got to go with my dad to the doctor, and he's going to pick me up at 8. And he don't never said, well, you see the fine print in your country. He don't never do that. He said, yeah, man. He said, ain't no problem. You do it. And it's been a couple nights that I didn't even come in this show. And I got some sleep. And he said, ain't no problem. But I hate them nights because it don't mean to do that. And most of it, one night I went to sleep. I had 3 hours of sleep. I set the clock. And sometime or another, I woke up, cut my phone alarm off. And when I woke up, it was laying on my chest about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I went in that morning for a little bit. But one morning I woke up, it was daylight outside. And I looked at my phone. And I said, oh, crud, I done missed the whole show. But, you know, it gets to you sometimes, you know, staying up 24. Sometimes I stay up 2 or 3 days at a time. But I mean, I've done that trucking, so I'm used to that. But I learned to make my whole living of 35 years of trucking is sitting on my butt and staying awake. Them two things. That's how you make money trucking. So,
Well, we have Hogleg's channel down in the description tonight, as well as Kenneth's. So if you're unfamiliar with them, you can go to that link if you have a problem finding it.
Yeah.
Hope you'll give them a shout out and give them a look. If you see something you like, hook up with them.
Yeah, I love helping them out, man. And we'll talk about anything, people. I tell you, the way people say, well, what's the Boar's Nest about? What do y'all talk about? I said, look, I said, it's just like family. And they said, what? Family? I said, maybe not many people do it nowadays, but when I was younger, you go work on the farm or you work your job, you come home, the family met at the dinner table, sat
Right.
around, shared a meal together and talk about your day. You talk about anything, whatever happened that day. And I said, that's kind of what the Boar's Nest is like. It's just like family sitting down at the dining room table having a meal together. Just talk about whatever. I mean, sometimes we have shows that's mostly all about fishing. And we have some shows that we hardly ever talk about fishing at all.
Yeah.
But it's still a good show, you know. But we'll talk about all variety of subjects, you know. And Hogleg always leaves it open for people if they want to come up on panel and promote anything, or if they want to talk about their channel, and especially new ones just starting out. We try to promote that, you know. If you just got a channel starting, if you got questions about things, come up in the chat and ask if you want to come up on panel and talk about your channel, what you want to do, promote your channel. That's what we all about, you know, doing stuff like that, try to help smaller people out. But we need to get more of them to open up more. A lot of people don't do that. I think when you first start out, you're kind of shy.
Yeah.
And but I mean, that's what we try to do.
Yeah. Well, I have a question here put to me from two Stans. Tom, do you have any guests right now? Well, yes, Stan. Yes, I do. At this moment, we have Lisa from Fishing Chick is not at the house at the moment. She's out fishing on the lake with Aaron. Prior to this show starting, I was privileged to be down on the dock when Lisa caught her PB blue this afternoon or this evening. And I've been told that Aaron had called Miss Michelle about a half an hour ago now and said that they had got on. Lisa had caught 4 more fish and another PB. So that's going on right now, right down the street from me.
Yeah.
I couldn't be happier for her.
All right. You know, I've watched some of her videos, lives, and clips, and that girl has always got a smile on her face. She's always like wide open, man. She ought to be an awesome person to hang with and get to know. I hope to do that. When will she be going back? Because might have to make a trip to the dock, man. If she's gonna be around a few days.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to work something out with Miss Michelle for possibly tomorrow evening, and I'll let you know certainly if that comes back. But I know Friday she's going up to Richmond to fish with Stan on her way to DC for the get together on Saturday.
Yeah, I wanted
so
to go
she'll be here.
I wanted to go up there to the meet and greet too, and I kind of thought I was at one time, but Tennessee took a little bit more of me than I thought, so I really won't be able to make it. I wanted to, but they'll be having some more because they have them like every 6 months or so, or at least once a year.
Right.
So I'm gonna try to make it next one. I'm gonna try to make it a priority. You know, I will fight that DC traffic one more time.
One more time.
But I'd like to meet them guys up there. They awesome, man.
Yeah. Danimal, I saw what you had posted. I put it up there. I'm sorry I didn't see your comments. I'm trying to keep up with chat. If you had any questions and I missed them, please put them back in. I'm sorry I didn't see them. I'm sorry, Jodi?
Ricky Solo's got one.
Okay.
It says, my first and only appearance was on Boar's Nest. Kenneth called me Hollywood. What's that about?
Called you what?
Hollywood. You remember that?
Yeah, that's right. I called you Hollywood because you done got up on screen, man. We put a name with a face. We got to meet you, brother. And I was excited and fired up for you, man. I hope you come up by some more. But it was great to see you up on there, man, and promote yourself a little bit and get to meet you. And that's why I call you Hollywood, because you was up on the Boar's Nest panel, man.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Was glad to see you up there, man.
Tim Molina had a statement for me. Tom asked her, meaning Lisa, about the time she saved my life. Tim, she told me that story this morning over breakfast. So she's an amazing lady.
Yeah, I think she is. What I've seen of her, I would love to get to meet her and talk to her. So. And I got to come down a few weeks ago and share a meal with you guys, which is always awesome. Always walk away with my belly stretching, my eyelids draw closed. Miss Michelle's cooking. It's some kind of good cooking, man. But I got to meet Cause when she was down there. And,
well, now I've heard rumors that a couple of times that you've come here and left, you've had to stop and get a couple-hour nap on the way home.
Yeah,
is that
man.
from all the food or just not enough sleep?
Well, it's probably a combination of both, but I'm gonna tell you the food was probably the number one thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, you can't go to sit, and I'm gonna tell y'all, if you ever get a chance to go visit these two amazing people, LG Bass and Miss Michelle, it's a real privilege. You will find no better hospitality anywhere you go. And you gonna eat. Miss Michelle won't take no for it. Well, I ain't been like, no, I done made you sit there right here. This is your chair. This is your chair. You go sit there right here and you go eat. And man, anything that I've eaten since I've been there is amazing. That lady can cook, man. I'm gonna tell you what.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you what, Tom. If I live with her every day, I probably weigh 680 pounds.
Well,
I ain't gonna lie to you, because that woman.
It's a constant struggle. I mean, I'm no small boy myself, so I don't turn down too many plates.
But she's amazing, and people, y'all need to check her cooking channel too. It's all mine. She's got some good videos of it. That clam chowder she cooks, I want to try that.
Oh man,
that looks amazing, man.
Yeah, she got some new ones coming out too. She just put something out, and I don't want to divulge what she was working on the other day. So until she's ready to put it out,
don't give the secrets away till she's ready. I'm gonna get you in the doghouse, man.
So Anthony Duckworth said, "LG Bass, you got some great people on your show tonight. Two of my favorites too.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for that. That means a lot to me."
All right, so Kenneth, going forward, is there anybody, and I know this could be a large list, but is there anybody in particular that you'd really like to fish with in the near future?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. The list is large. I got a bucket list, and I can't even tote the bucket no more. The people I want to fish with, but I would really love to go fish with Carolina Rail Screamers, Swamp Donkey, JTC, Kevin, Palmetto Cats. Go in and take a South Carolina tour.
Yeah,
I'd really love to do that. I like to start with that and branch out some. But
well, now if you go into South Carolina, you have to stop and fish with Laura the Explorer.
Oh yeah, Laura's gonna be involved in that too. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Maybe is we could find us like a central location in South Kakalaki, and we'd all come together and maybe do a little camp. Maybe we'll get somewhere got a Motel 8, or we can get a camper or something. But do a little camping and cooking, and kind of like a little meet and greet, and do a little fishing together. Give us a couple days together, just put a paw in paw, look you in the eyes, hey, how you doing? Share a meal together and do a little fishing. I would really love to do that, but I want to go all over, everywhere. That's on my bucket list. That's a lot of people, man. I could sit here and I could name out 200 or 300 easy, probably, that I really want to do that with. But I don't know. I love Carolina Rail Screamers, and I can't understand why they're not no better, have more. They gotta call it hook sets. I just said subs. What the heck? I mean, YouTube uses this term. So I don't understand why they're not following on it. They're great people. They got good content. They catch fish. They fish tournaments. People like to watch tournament fishing, and I just don't understand.
And they're fun to watch.
Oh yeah, they'll hoot. And at Becca, that Miss Rebecca, I'm gonna tell you what, Jamie. I already told you in chat before. If you don't put a ring on her finger, boy, I'm coming to South Carolina, man. I'm telling you. I'm just saying, man. No, she's an awesome lady, man. He's awesome too, and I would love to go fish with him. And meet all them South
So,
Carolina
hey, so
people.
Ricky, Solo Texan says, what about me, Kenneth? I'm Hollywood.
Yeah, man. I'd love to fish with you too, brother. One of these days, I'm gonna take a Texas tour. You and JBT and I think Johnny Small Pepper's up there. John Allball, I think he's out there.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember right. I'd like to meet all them
Yep.
people too. Like I said, I want to go over the whole country. I'd love to get every down and fish with Don R. I'd love to meet him, fish with
Mm-hmm.
him. Uncle Lou, uh, Mike Turner, 712, all them people. Steve Adams down in Mississippi. I'd love to go. If I live close to him, man, he get tired of me because I'd be up on his lives all the time fishing with him. I love that cat. He's a good guy, and he's got a
Yeah.
wealth.
Yep.
He's got a wealth of knowledge. If you sit down and listen to him, you can learn something from that man. And I think the world
Right.
of him. Yeah. But I can go on and on and on and on and on, you know. But
Yeah.
I got everybody on my bucket list, and I'm hoping that the good Lord sees fit for me one day that our paths will cross with everyone and enable me to do this. I always said I love to buy me a little motorhome and just tour the country. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
somebody, hey, how you doing? Fish with them a while. If things get a little slack for me, just camper there, get a part-time job, sacking groceries or something for a month or two, get a little
Mm-hmm.
change, stay back, and move on a little bit more. Kind of like be a gypsy. I'd
Yep.
love to do that.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome. But, that's what I'd like to do one day. We just have to see what the plans unfold as. Yeah.
So is this a new channel for Alicia?
Mm-hmm.
New channel name?
Mm-hmm.
Hot Mess Fishing.
Hot mess.
I like it.
Okay.
Alicia, I like it.
Yeah, I do too. Nothing wrong with that.
And
I
say
would
a
really
quick hello.
I'd love to meet and fish with her, and I want to know what. I'm just gonna call you out, gentlemen. You need to meet that woman right there, because that girl crazy about you. I can see that. Anybody can see that, man. You need to make that happen, bro. I'm gonna tell you, because that girl, oh, they lovely Daniel. And I said, man, you need to tighten up, bro. I'm just saying. I ain't trying to cause no controversy, but we can all see that, bro.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
just a quick shout out. If I can catch him before he's got Bold Lion. I want to stay, but I have my live in a few minutes. I wanted to check in. Thank you for coming in, Bold Lion. We appreciate you.
Sure. Thank you for coming in, bro. It means a lot to me.
And Wabash Nate's in the house.
Yeah, Wabash. What's up, buddy?
All right. So, Kenneth, is there anything that you want to talk about? Anything that we didn't go over tonight that you'd like to tell everybody about yourself or your channel or anything?
I guess my main waters where I always fish was Lake Gaston, which is the waters where Tom and Aaron fish on the dock. That river that runs right by your dock, I fished that many times in my life, especially since I got my boat. But when I was 10 years old, my mom and dad bought an open bow Galaxy with a Mercruiser 140 inboard, outboard. We used to go down and camp right below where you at the Mercamps. And we'd go every holiday, Labor Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July. We'd rent a spot for a week, and we'd go down there and fish. And I grew up fishing Gaston. I mean, I like Kerr. I mean, I love Kerr. But Gaston, I don't know, I've always been partial to it because I grew up fishing it. So, and my personal blue PB is 38 pounds, and I caught that right across from your dock. Where that strip of woods on the other side of the river. On the other side of that, it's a flat out there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Where got probably the deepest spot in that thing, maybe 5 feet, and a lot of it's 2 foot, 3 foot.
Right.
Yeah, that's where I caught my PB.
And loaded with stumps.
Yeah, full of stumps. But it's fishing now, man, and it's always shade in there, so that's why they're fishing, man. But I was out there. That's why I caught my personal PB, and that's why I caught that one I was telling you that time that I hung and I never could turn. And I cranked the drag down tight as I could crank it down, and I couldn't turn him. That joker popped brand new 30-pound chest mono just like it was sewing through it. And I still have nightmares about that, wake up in cold sweats. But one day I'm gonna get that recipe. But yeah, I just
hold on a second. Kenneth, can just, I just want to answer this quick question. Bold Lion wants to know, can somebody post Jodi's new channel link? Jodi's channel link is in the description for tonight's show.
That's Alicia.
Right up near. Yeah, okay. If you mean, yeah, I didn't think you had a new channel, but if you're looking for Jodi's, it's there. Hopefully, can somebody post Alicia's new link?
Michelle just dropped her link in chat.
Yeah.
She did. Okay.
Yeah, it's right on the bold line which said, Becca, my dear friend and sister, how are you? Right up under that comment, Michelle dropped Pontoon, Jodi catfishing. And
yeah, that's the thing. When I hold a message, then everything backs up.
I would like to back up.
Quiet Man asked what your PB was. Do you have a PB flatty?
My PB flatty is not real big. I think it's like 12, 13 pounds. Channel cat is about 8 pounds, and blue cat's around 38.
That's good channel for this part of the country.
Yeah, yeah. I was kind of proud of it, but yeah, I want to back up for just a second, if I may, and said that I want to talk about Miss Pontoon Jodi for just a second. She's been here to the dock a couple times. I didn't get to meet her. Last time I had some circumstances come up where I couldn't make it, and I really wanted to do it, but it didn't happen. But I got to meet her in Tennessee. That's the first time I actually got to meet her one-on-one, and I actually fished with her. Me and my daughter fished with her that Sunday. We went out on the pontoon with her, and people, she's an amazing lady, man. I had one perception of her. I thought she was a little bit mean, because she always talking smack in chat. And she always putting forth a challenge, but that's just her and promoting fishing and having a good time, which I know that. But I said, she's a little bit fight, she's a little bit mean. But when I actually met her and talked with her and went in on the pontoon and fished with her, that woman was she just as gentle and kind as she could be. She's a sweetheart. So I
Don't
really
give my
enjoy
secrets away.
Hey, I can't help it. I mean, I tell truth, Sheila. It's just the way it is. But I really enjoy fishing with you, and you give us good hospitality out there. You did it. You couldn't ask for it, been no better. And my daughter, she's still talking about it. You got her fired up.
We're good.
Yeah.
I had a good time, so I appreciate the company.
Yeah.
Usually I'm by myself, so I was glad to have the company.
As a matter of fact, I didn't want to come in. I wanted to stay a little bit longer, but she wanted to get back so she could rest some before she went to work the next day. So I said, okay, let's roll. But I didn't want to leave, man. We was having a good time out there. I enjoyed it. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And I just want to let you
know. So, Jodi, when are you fishing again?
I hope I get to fish tomorrow. They're giving bad storms. As long as it ain't lightning, I'll be fishing. I can do the wind and the rain. I got that challenge. I'm going to fish it regardless. But if it's lightning, I can't.
Right.
I hear
me
you,
and
Brian.
Barney's already canceled the Barney. Or me and Pork Chop's already canceled the Barney bet and moved it to the next week.
Brian
because he's got bad luck too.
Brian said I need to stop blowing your head up, Jodi.
Do what?
Brian said I need to stop blowing your head up. I'm just telling the truth, bro.
I say it.
And Jesse,
Danny says,
good to see you, brother.
Yeah, hey Jesse. Hey, Danny says Jodi is a wildcat disguised as a kitten.
Oh yeah, I think she fights it. She don't mind backing up what you say, but she proved it when she went scuba diving down at the dock that time. She's good as gold. She's good as a word. That goes long.
Good to her word. That's right.
Yeah,
that's what I told her. What I told her that night after she came out of the water is that Aaron may have won the bet, but she won the night. She won all the people over that night when.
That's right.
She did what she said she was going to do.
Yep.
I was proud of her.
Yeah, I was too, no doubt. But she's good people, man. If anybody get a chance to fish with her or get to know her some, shout out that and get to know her because she's an awesome lady.
You argue with a big head.
Hey, I just tell it like it is. I mean, that's one thing about me. I give you truth. You may not like it, but I'm gonna give it to you because that's all I know. I don't sugarcoat.
Well, Steve Adams has a comment. He might have a slightly different view. Jodi covers up those horns with that black hair.
I must speak.
He's got me all figured out.
Yeah. I ain't gonna get up in the middle of that. I'll let y'all work that out. Mr. Anthony Duckworth, good to see you, brother.
Brian says he may be in that tournament tomorrow night.
Okay.
So look for Brian B. fishing tomorrow night.
All righty.
I was thinking about doing it, but I got to see what the weather is. They calling for rain here all day today. We already had 2 days of rain. It did have a little break yesterday, but last time I looked at the weather, they calling for rain here tomorrow too. So I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
We done had a little over 2 inches. So Dad, they told me this morning from the last couple of days.
Looks like Solo Texans taking off for the night. Take care. Thanks for coming in, Ricky.
All right, Ricky, take it easy, brother. We'll check in with us at
All
the
right.
bowl. We'll shout you out, man.
Cockeyed Catfishing says, what happens on the pontoon stays on the pontoon.
For the most part. I mean, we went live. Y'all see a lot of what happened, but we had a few moments we turned the camera off and had us a good time.
Yeah.
And that we don't mean that in a bad way, people. Don't take it the wrong way now.
Right, Kenneth, your daughter was there.
That's right. I had my best friend with me. Yep.
Yeah.
I was thrilled about this thing when I told her about it. I said, I'm going to Tennessee to a meet and greet that day. She said, you know what? I might be able to take off a couple of days and I'll go with you. Because she knows that it's hard for me driving and getting around stuff. She mostly done it, I think, to start with, just to keep an eye on me and help me stay straight because she knew I wanted to go. But after she got into it and went, she fell in love with everybody and the whole time.
Yeah.
You know? That was
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great to spend that time for you to get to spend that time with her and for her to have a great time doing what you love.
Since she was in diapers, we used to have what we call a father-daughter day. Every once in a while, when she was younger, we mostly just like go get popcorn and watch a movie or something she wanted to see, one of them animated movies or something, and spend a little time together. And sometimes I carry fishing or something. But it's been a little while since we've done that, and I think that's one reason she wanted to do this meet and greet thing in Tennessee too. And we got to spend the whole weekend together, and that was just icing on the cake. So,
that's great.
I've always tried to take time for my daughter and spend time with her one-on-one. Which is hard to do when you stay going in a truck 16, 18 hours a day, but I may try to make time for it.
Yep. All right. Well, then, Jodi, you got anything else you want to share before we close out tonight?
No.
No, quiet, man. I didn't drink from the red Solo cup. I got that warning. And she put a piece of freezer tape over it anyway, so I know that was it, and I couldn't drink it.
If I recall, you drank out of my Mountain Dew bottle.
Oh, yeah. She sure did. Look. Oh, Tom, I want to ask you a question. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, Tom, but I want you to give me what you think of this spin. Okay, she pulls out like a liter Mountain Dew, right? She takes the top off of it. And she hands it to me. Now, if she take the top off of it and hand it to you, don't that mean he'll get you a drink if you want to? Don't you think it? I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, that's what I thought. And then I turned it up, took a slurp. Kenneth, you don't drink in my bottle. I said, ooh, well, I'm sorry. I said, what you handed to me open for? I didn't know. I thought you meant me to take a drink.
What'd you want him to do, Jodi? Just sniff it?
I was acting like he was drinking out of my bottle. I was playing with him, and then he turns it up and chugs it.
I didn't know you was playing, girl. I didn't know you was playing. Well, I'm telling you, it tasted good. I appreciate you giving me this a little bit. I think my often got dry.
Yeah, Travis set those on the boat. So appreciate it, Travis. We drank them.
That's a good dude too, man. Old Travis.
Yeah, he was really nice.
Yeah, he helped me with that chili cut safety valve on my burner. Kept wanting to cut the burner off. That joker laid there in the ground in the rain and put that zip tie on it for him. I said, man, you ain't got to get in there like that. But he's an awesome dude, man. And I got to talk with him a little bit. I wanted to sit there and fish with him some, but
Yeah.
I got wore I went to bed a little early that night, but I talked with him a little bit. He's an awesome dude. Y'all need to. He don't have a channel right now, but maybe one day he'll get one put out.
You can still subscribe to him.
Oh, you can still subscribe to him. Okay, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And I think one day he'll probably put out content. But he's in a lot of chats and
Yeah.
awesome guy, man.
When I was getting up to go fishing, Kenneth was going to bed. I was coming out of the tent and he was going in his. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, she said, you ready to go fishing? Let's go. I'm getting ready to go out fishing. I said, well, maybe we can go tomorrow. I said, I'm feeling a little rough right now, so I think I'm gonna lay down for a few hours. Jodi, she done got that high all brushed up. She's ready to roll, and I was like, so I got to lay down for a little bit.
I believe I went on out fishing with it by myself. But
Yeah, you did. You did.
No, I took Viking's wife Amanda, and I took Travis.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't go with you, but I was wore out. I felt like I couldn't put one foot in front of the other. I don't even remember my head touching the cart, to be honest with you.
You better be glad we skunked. And then the next day we got on all those fish with you. So
yeah. You put us on the fish that day, you know that. Yeah.
So Kenneth, Dominic says he's talking about your chili. He said that you made the chili that would make your tongue slap your brain.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, buddy. I wasn't really satisfied with my chili. It smelled good and it had a good flavor, but it wasn't as thick as I wanted. But I look back on what I did. I realized what I did. I like a thick chili. But the next morning when we dipped the rest of it out the pot early the next morning with Tristan and them, it was pretty thick. It is thickened up right. I said it was going to thicken up some when it cooled up. It was pretty good. Yeah,
excellent.
I enjoyed it.
Well, Stan is commenting. He says Jodi's lucky that she didn't hand him the Mountain Dew. He would have drank the whole bottle.
Tickle me though. She yelled at, hey, what you doing? You drinking? I laughed. I said, girl, what you handed to me open for? If you left it top for it, I might not would have took a slug. But we had a good laugh with that. And I told her, I said, girl, I ain't got no B's and C's. Don't worry about it. I ain't got no A's either. I said, it's all good.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, anybody got anything else? We ready to call it a night, or you got anything else you want to talk about?
I got my challenge tomorrow night. That's it for me.
All right.
Oh, and Whisker Dreams' sister, I think it's his sister that's sick right now. She needs some prayers.
Okay.
Okay, prayers, Ricky.
I'll put her on my prayer list. The only thing else I'd like to say, well, a couple things I'd like to say. You know me, I can't shut my mouth like Tom, man. But number one, it's an honor, Mr. Tom, Miss Michelle, Miss Jodi, to be on the show. Thank y'all very much. This is the first talk show that I've ever been on other than co-hosting the Boys Nest. This is the first.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you coming on.
Interview for people to get to know me better, So I appreciate that. It was an honor. I'm humble. And also, I would like to start putting out, I'm probably going to start putting out a little more videos because of the simple fact that a lot of the areas that I'm looking to fish in my rivers and into some parts of the lake doesn't have a signal strong enough to do a live. I like live. It's a whole lot easier. You don't have to do the editing, which drives me nuts. I got 2 hairs left in the top of my head, and I lost the last 4 out of them 2 trying to edit what little bit of I have put out. So, but I'm going to try to start getting into doing that more, put out a few more videos, and I'm going to try to go live whenever I got a spot to go live. I'm going to try to start doing that more. And whenever I get my boat and get that fixed to get it straight, I'll probably doing a whole lot more fishing there. But
excellent.
Right now, still trying to get a grip. It's been years since I bank fish, and I'm strictly banked now. And I'm trying to get back in the game some. So y'all just be patient with me, but I'm gonna try to put in more content.
Yeah, do it at your convenience. When it's good for you to get out. Absolutely.
Yeah. We're gonna see what we can do. But I appreciate everybody coming in. checking me out. I appreciate all the support I get from everybody. And like I said, all the time, every night, I tell you I love you, and I do. I love all y'all. If there's anything I can ever do for anybody, hit me up. I'm on Messenger. You
Mhm.
can get my email. In certain cases, I
And
don't
you,
even give out my phone number, and I try to help anybody any way I can. I just want y'all to know that. So, and let's all
and you,
love each other and get along like a family, because we are a family.
Mm-hmm.
We
and you
don't
can be
need.
reached every night after 2 a.m.
That's right. I'm always up in the boys' nest, well, most of the time.
Yep.
And all you have to do is come over and say, "Hey, man, I need to get in touch with you. How we do it? I'll shoot you my
Yeah.
email, or you just hit me up on Messenger. I'm on Messenger, and like I
Hmm.
said, if you need my phone number, you can get it too. I don't give
Yeah.
that out publicly, but I will give it in certain instances to private people. And if I do give you my phone number, I ask you that you do keep it private. I like to give it on a need to do basis.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But I got plenty of other ways to get in touch with me. And
Right.
I'm here for anybody, help any way I can. So
Excellent.
that's about all I got to say about
Well,
that.
we appreciate you coming on. We had a great time, as I always do when you and I get together, and
Oh man, Tom, I
usually it's
love
face to
coming
face.
down
But
there.
you're welcome at the dock anytime.
Thank you, sir.
But,
I appreciate it.
Miss
It means a
Michelle and
lot to
I,
me.
we love having you here.
Love you guys too, man. Y'all treat me like family, man. I appreciate
Yep,
it.
it's the only way to be.
Yeah, you're
Mm-hmm.
right. You're right, buddy. You're right.
Yep.
And to my 1-ton brothers, 1 ton is for life. And we're gonna get together. We're gonna get together and fish soon. Love you guys too.
Excellent. Anything, Jodi?
I had something I forgot. I got distracted.
Well, all right, then why don't we call it a night and let Kenneth? I know you said you wanted to rest a little bit before the boar's nest tonight, and I'm
Well,
gonna.
if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I mean, I might get to looking at some on YouTube and still don't sleep. No, who knows?
Yeah,
You don't know but me. But we'll see.
I'm gonna throw on some my rain boots and my coat and go down to the dock and go out and fish with Lisa and Aaron.
Yeah, go catch that Hondo, man.
That's it.
It's one in there, brother. Don't think it ain't. It's one
Oh,
in
I
there.
know they're in there. They've been
Yeah, they're
caught.
in. Yep. I mean, there's some in there well over 100 pounds. I think it's a state record, Virginia state record in there. I really do.
Yeah,
Somebody just need to hang it, man. Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully it'll be us, but
I
you
hope
don't know
so,
if you don't
man.
throw, right?
I'd love to see that. That's right. I hope y'all go live, man. That'd be cool too.
Yeah, I think I think they've been live for a while,
Okay. Great. Great.
possibly on TikTok from what I heard, but
Okay. The
while
Tiki
watching
Talk.
the show on the other phone. So
I'm just starting to
uh,
get into Tiki Talkie and Instagram. I'm trying to
yeah,
start getting into that stuff. So.
yeah. Well, all right, everybody, let's say our good nights, and we thank everybody for coming in. We still have 41 people
Mm-hmm.
hanging out with us. We appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you again, Kenneth, for coming in, and thank you, Miss Jodi, as always.
Thank y'all. The honor was all mine. All mine, man.
Thank
I
you, and
appreciate it.
congratulations, Jodi, on your 1K
That's
Thank you.
right,
Appreciate it.
girl. Way to go,
and your 1 year.
girl.
Yeah. 1 year today. But it's
All
over now.
right.
Oh, dear.
It's almost over. 5 minutes.
Stan's trying to provoke a fight here.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Virginia record is coming out of the James River.
Okay, brother. Well, I guess it's a challenge between us then. We're going to have to see who does what.
Well, good luck with that, Stan.
Y'all got them in there too, brother. Ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah, they got some hogs up in there.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. They want me to read out who's playing tomorrow. I ain't
Okay.
for sure this list is correct all the way. It's got me, no BS catfishing. Danny Stone may not be fishing tomorrow. He's got bad weather.
Yeah.
And Brian B might be. Steve Adams and maybe Eric and Skull Rush might be with them. And
All right.
then 217 Rebel Outdoors. John Parker hasn't got back with me yet. And I don't think Pork Chop's going to fish now. So he's going to wait till next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to everybody there.
Yeah.
I hope everybody stays safe. And it seems like all over the country, everybody's getting bad weather.
Yeah, be careful, folks. Stay safe. Be
And
aware
I
of
might
your
have,
surroundings. That's what I always tell my daughter. Keep your eyes open. Look at what's going on around you.
I might have cool cats fishing with me on the boat again. I don't know yet.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, all right. Well, good luck to you then.
Yeah, wish you will. All of y'all. Hope you catch something. One of these nights, I'm gonna pop up in there.
Yep. Be
Yep.
great.
I'm gonna show y'all how to drag them out the water. No, I'm just kidding. We'll see how it goes.
All right, everybody. Again, thanks everybody for coming in, and we'll see you next week. And our guests will be Susquehanna Stan and the Turtle Lady.
All right,
Turtle,
that'll be an
turtle.
awesome show. Y'all make sure you catch that. They're good people.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, everybody. Have a
Thanks
great night.
again, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thanks again.
All righty. See you next
Bye.
week.
Adios.
See you at 2:00.